everyone, welcome to the Solent Local Enterprise Partnership and Careers and Enterprise Company Interview and Employer Project. Today we have Maddie and Ella interviewing Beth, Anne and Nash from Southampton City Council. So over to you, Maddie.
What does your organisation do?
Well, the local authority itself is very much like Portsmouth City Council, but my bit of it, the early years and childcare team, we support preschools, nurseries, childminders, out of school clubs, and we also make sure that parents have got information about childcare and support services. And I'm directly responsible for 2 nurseries as well.
So Southampton City Council, as you might imagine, is about making sure that every resident of Southampton is able to live a happy and fulfilled life. And you'll know about things like collecting rubbish, fixing roads, making sure the lights work, running the museums and the parks, all of that stuff that is quite visible to someone living in the city. But also there's about, I think it's over 10,000 people work for Southampton City Council. So a lot of those people are doing things to help the residents of Southampton without people who live in the city even knowing about it. So working behind the scenes to make sure that people can access job opportunities, looking after vulnerable people like running care homes, and of course all the schools. So it's quite big and there's a lot of people.
What does a typical day at your job look like?
So I would, if I was going into the office, and at the moment the office is upstairs in my house, I would usually start work at about 8 o'clock, and that's all about emails, all those emails you get coming in asking you for stuff that you've got to react to. So I probably spend about a third of my day reacting to what people need from me, whether they need data or programs or whatever it is, that's what I do. The part that I miss is the bit where you actually get to go and meet some of the people who do the work. Because although it's lovely seeing you people in a little screen, it's not the same as meeting up with people in the flesh. And the rest of my time, which is the bit that I love, is creating ideas for careers education. So making sure that all the advisors and teachers in the school have got the most exciting opportunities to teach all of you young people about careers. I really love putting together lessons and presentations, and of course getting involved in this kind of.
A typical day for me would be, first of all, waking up, checking emails on my phone, my work phone, making sure there's nothing urgent coming in. And then at the moment I would either travel to the office or work from home. So it's quite a lot of time responding to emails, some time checking budgets, because I've got responsible for quite a lot of money that comes into the council. Supervision sessions with staff, so that's talking to staff on an individual basis to make sure that they're kind of on track where they should be and that they feel supported. Lots and lots of meetings around all sorts of things. So it's meetings, budget, finance, basically, is what my day is about.
What skills and qualifications would someone need to work in your team?
I wouldn't necessarily say qualifications. I would say I want somebody who's experienced. So they don't have to have PA experience necessarily, but they have to be organised. They have to have worked in an office before to understand those office dynamics. The key things that they need to have is they need to be a problem solver. They need to identify problems quickly and find solutions to them. They need to be persuasive. So they need to be able to have those difficult conversations with senior managers, but also gently steer them in the direction that they want them to go in. And that can be challenging. So it's more the right personality that we need to have. And I need somebody who's hungry to succeed and somebody who wants to challenge the norm. And I think that's what a good PA should do.
Yeah, so someone that works really hard and strives.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would have to have at least a level 3 in early years and childcare, so an early educator qualification and leadership and management skills. But I've also gone on and completed my master's about 7 years ago. So that helps me as well in the role.
The main skill is being interested in caring about people and the differences between people. I would say that is absolutely crucial. You've got to be pretty nosy to want to work in the careers world. In terms of the qualification, I've got a level 7 qualification in careers guidance and counselling. My team have got level 6 qualifications. So to be a careers advisor, you have to have a minimum of a level 6 qualification.
Describe your career journey so far.
Okay, so when I went to university, I studied biomedical sciences, which also had anthropology as part of that course. And the dream job didn't live up to the expectation. It just wasn't for me. And I realized that the reason I was doing it really was because I wanted my parents to be happy, because they wanted me to do medicine or something in that field. After a year of doing it, I just thought, I don't enjoy it. So I made the difficult decision. I left the country to work abroad, to be a teaching assistant for children with autism. And the level of just compassion, and they want to learn, and they were just wonderful children. And I learned a lot about myself in that year. And I realized that I was really good with people, and that I love being with people and working with people and helping them. So I decided that I wanted to become a personal assistant. And I sort of did some research around that, and I thought, okay, so I don't have sort of the academic skills like secretarial degrees, etc. I knew that I was good with people, so I applied for a job to work in admin for Southampton City Council. And throughout the years, I've risen up amongst the ranks, and now I'm the senior executive assistant here. So that's my journey so far.
I started working, inspecting and registering childminders, preschools and nurseries quite a while ago. And then I've worked in children's homes, I've worked for Ofsted doing early years inspections, I've worked in children's centres, managing them in Shore Starts, managing them. And it all kind of came together. And along the way, I've taken all the qualifications that I can. And then when this job came up, I thought, yeah, that will bring together everything that I've done, everything that I know into kind of one role.
What do you enjoy most about your job?
Most enjoy seeing staff flourish. So if you have a member of staff that you've taken on as a new member of staff, seeing them grow in confidence, seeing them develop. So I don't directly work with families anymore or children. So generally it's for me about the staff. I'm very good at celebrating small successes, and I think you have to be really. So just making sure that anything that is good, that we make sure we celebrate it. But mostly it's about seeing staff flourish.
I enjoy this kind of thing. I absolutely love meeting students and finding out what they want to do with their lives, and being able to say to them, do you know what, you can do that, let's find a way to get you there.
Do you have any top tips for someone my age making any career decisions?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say when it comes to careers, there is no such thing as a bad experience. So if somebody offers you some work experience, some work shadowing, or an opportunity at the moment to go on a virtual trip somewhere. So for example, today I was talking to someone about I think it's called Friday at Farnborough. It's a big air show that they have to do in Farnborough, and they do something on the Friday that's all about careers in STEM subjects. And obviously this year, anyone can go virtually. They don't have to actually travel to Farnborough. So some of those things might be quite boring, but there might be someone there talking about something that just makes you go, I'm so inspired. I really want to find out more about that. So if someone offers you an experience, you say, oh yes, please, I'll give it a go. That would be my advice.
Listen to yourself. Analyze your personality a little bit and think, what makes me happy and what are the things that I like? So what are my personality traits and how can I channel them and where can I go that those traits will be useful? Because if you do something because somebody else wants you to do it, and you're never really going to succeed. You've got to do something because you want to do it. So it's always about taking time to reflect and thinking, okay, so I'm the type of person who likes solving problems. So maybe I should become, and start researching. Maybe you want to become a financial analyst, a business analyst. So do your research, look at your personality, look what fits you, but always trust yourself.
So follow your heart.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds very cliche. Yeah.
With what interests you, whether that's working with people, wanting to make a difference, or whether that's an IT type thing, absolutely go with what interests you. Because probably your age, very sadly, you're probably going to be not retiring until you're about 70. So you've got like 50 years in work. So you need to find something that you enjoy. Find something where you can grow. So where they're keen to support people to do like apprenticeships, for example, as you're working there. Then I think the next thing would be is if it's not right for you, don't be scared to change direction, because working takes up a big proportion of your life. So if you need to change direction, that's not a failure. That's just kind of trying to find something else to do later in your life.
That's really, really useful. And thank you, Maddie, for those brilliant questions. I really appreciate it.